चली शक्तियाँ, चली जाओ। वो भी क्या दिन था। वो हाँ शॉर्टी भैया, उस दिन तो हमारे बस ड्राइवर ने एक नर्सरी के बच्चे की बोतल में देसी पौवा मिला दिया था। वो बच्चा जब घर घर खेल रहा था सब पे हाथ उठा रहा था। लेना पड़ा मुझे अपने पति से। हमें तो चल यार, हमें लेट हो रहा है, अपार्टमेंट देखना है। मुझे छोड़ दो। अरे यहाँ ट्रेडिंग करके तुम अच्छे पैसे बना सकते हो। अरे इजली 24/7 विड्रॉल भी कर सकते हो बैंक अकाउंट में। और अकाउंट में तो तुम्हें पर्सनल मैनेजर भी मिल जाता है जो तुम्हें ट्रेडिंग में हेल्प करता है। तो तुमने मेरा मार दिया। और यहाँ मल्टी विंडो मोड है यार। रुको ये देखो, जैसे मुझे लग रहा है ये ग्राफ ऊपर जाएगा तो मैंने अपना ट्रेड सेट कर दिया और देखो मेरे पैसे बना लिए। तो क्या लगा मेरी विनोमो के बारे में। अब तुम भी जाओ डिस्क्रिप्शन की लिंक से डाउनलोड करो। शर्म मत थोड़ी चलाना, टंकी खाली हो गई है। अब चलाए तो किडनी बाहर आ जाएगी।
Welcome to the screening. I'm a lean, mean projection machine. I will protect. Box office smash. Bring it on. Bring it on. Man. Time to start the show. Take it on. to the danger zone! I ain't got time for pain! I'm gonna need a bigger projector!
Mythic!
Let's go to the danger zone! Hang it on to the break of dawn! I ain't got time for this! Hang it on to the break of dawn! I will protect you! Man, this is worse! Enjoy the show!
Go, 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 go! Let's do this! Let's do this! Winning! Bling bling! go get him.
Shout out for you.
Bling bling.
Jado only. थोड़ा सा गेम में ध्यान है, थोड़ा ध्यान रखना पड़ेगा। चैट पढ़ने के चक्कर में ध्यान
Let's do this.
एक बार फिर से मार गया यार। नो चैट ऐड। भाई आज चैट नहीं ऐड करा है क्या? चैट सेटिंग में प्रॉब्लम है आज।
Let's do this. Bling bling. Increíble. Así me gusta.
या तो हम जीत जाएंगे या तो हम हार जाएंगे। गेम काहे अटक रहा है भैया, गेम काहे अटक रहा है?
Rare.
With that new introduction as well of being able to float that top portion of your body over the water, it sure
ई स्पोर्ट्स में साला अच्छा नहीं चल रहा है, क्या बता। ई स्पोर्ट्स में साला अच्छा नहीं चल रहा। आज तो फाइनल्स है, आज हमने जिन टीमों को चूज किया है उनके ऊपर मैचेस चल रहा है आज का। सॉरी बॉयज, आज का मैच हम नहीं खेल पा रहे हैं क्योंकि समथिंग इंटरप्टेड इन द गेम्स. Huge shout out for you, bro. You're the one and only. Thank you for the subscribe.
This as well, which makes it just that little bit better too. Two hyper charges inside of Humble now, and 0 still over on SK's. So that can make a big difference in those closing seconds with the speed boost as well.
I mean, yeah, Barley with that hypercharge kind of fulfills the same role we see Brock on this map take. Being able to blow up those bushes with your hypercharge is very powerful. It's just what Rocket Rain is used for when Brock is selected. He's still open, by the way, but
Surge here coming out from Humble. Rain is quite like that. They're accounting for a possibility of something more aggressive, which when you've got a Gene and a Barley, you kind of have to do. Not the highest DPS brawlers and will be taken care of by an assassin, and we know who's kind of forte that is on the opposing side. SKA is still having their last pick and kind of having to rethink, as I'm sure the tank would have been what they kind of go with.
Surge is so powerful when you are all leading towards the end of a round, right? You have lots of levels, level 3 or 4, and you make use of that power shield gadget to get ammo refunded instantly. You can just vomit 5 shots out. And it will be a Piper here to round out the setup for SK Gaming. A lot of sharpshooters. Clearly, they want to stay out of Humble's reach as much as they can. But again, Barley pretty annoying here for these sharpshooters, especially if you can make use of those walls adequately. And Boss may not want to break up too much of the map if he can help it.
It seems to me like if Humble can get control early on, SK are going to have a nightmare in set 2 as well as set 1. But it all depends on that. Boss using a gadget to get out of spawn with some extra speed and move into this bush early on. And he finds a Larry and Laurie facing him. There's the healing tonic from Lucky to be able to get control of this left-hand side without putting his teammates at risk.
Joker on the Piper, quietly, hugely impactful over the last couple of days. Doesn't need to be a high flyer here, just needs to hit the shots. And he gets to play a nice little off angle now that will force Humble to group and come forward. Boss flashing that gadget already. Lukey takes a hit, and that's the homemade recipe. Hits the spot.
Boss really needs a super if he gets stuck at level 1. He's going to have some big issues. Joker using the super to break up some of the bush on the right-hand side. A few walls with it as well. Still, those unbreakable ones do remain. Semantic getting hit in the face quite heavily. Both of those on the left-hand side have to back up, forcing this 1v1 throw match on the right-hand side. And so far, that's going in Lukey's favour, and the SK are pinned in spawn. There is only 1 star between them.
Laurie available here as well for Yoshi. Something that's very good at pressuring throwers down will force Lukey to spend some ammo, but Yoshi is holding onto it for now. Maybe to just sort of relieve some pressure when it gets too much. Here's Joker with the hypercharge, trying to take these shots. Laurie is out, and Lukey is headed for the heels. Does not want to try and contend with this spawnable. Some free damage and a lot of map control yielded as a result of that, but eventually Humble moved back into an aggressive footing.
Yeah, seems like Humble have full faith in Semantic hitting this ball, and that's exactly what they need at the moment. Only 30 seconds on the clock and no real moves being made. Starting to inch forwards now, and SK Gaming have nowhere to run. The back's against the wall. Semantic is
getting there.
Wants it. 2 of them line up there. LNA pulled in and taken out by Humble. Backing up behind these walls.
Death taxes and a Semantic pull, baby, all guaranteed. And that gives Humble the lead. Now SK Gaming need to find a way to derive an advantage by being down 1 star. Joker takes a big hit. Here's the last call to create that map control with Lenar. He's going to go for Lukey. 1 more shot would do it. His gadget won't be enough to get the kill. But SK Gaming, it's Joker that gives them the lead. What a comeback.
What was Semantic doing? Completely out of position on the left-hand side. I was looking at Lukey making mistakes, and more of the same over the left-hand side. He got the pull and got them the lead, but also made them lose.
No one is better inside 3 seconds of a bounty round than SK Gaming. What they did yesterday at the Zeta Division just blew my mind. They are so composed when it really matters. And a good start already, laying Semantic low, forcing a healing gadget from Lukey.
Some good control early on once more from Humble, but Blue Star is with them this time, and nobody on the Humble side has fallen. Which means SK are eventually going to have to push into this Humble roster. And with all this control, it's not going to be the easiest task.
See the difficulty for Yoshi, he is outranged mostly by Luke, and he's actually trying to opt out of a direct matchup against this Barley. So it's quite frustrating to try and get that damage in. Good pressure, another healing tonic drawn out of the Barley.
Yoshi trying to move along the right-hand side. The exact same matchups as last game, and for the most part, they went in Humble's favour, but SK Gaming know when to get those kills and know how to do it as well. Boss still remains at level 1, as I think he did in the last game until the closing seconds as well. Homemade recipe already selected for Joker. He's not going to find anybody with it.
Leonard good tap here on Semantic. Joker getting a little close for comfort here. Able to pop the super and get away. Map opened up a little bit more now. Makes it harder for Humble to move up behind cover. 50 seconds left here and Humble have that blue star. That's the difference here. SK still got a lot of ground to gain if they want to get this game back. Lenane moving forwards, pulls available for Semantic, but he gets it, runs straight into him. The knockback's there and they get the kill as well. Risky game, but it pays off once more for Humble. Joker could have had a kill there. Onto Boss, I think. Homemade recipe just didn't quite connect. Semantic's gonna hide. Humble have no reason to get too aggressive, but note that they're maintaining this map control in the mid. Again, Joker tries to come forward, get a lucky shot. Has to back off. Very, very low to Luki's damage now as Lenar's trying to relieve the pressure for Yoshi across the map. Joker's down. Luki got him in max range. And a 5-star lead might be too much for SK to make up, but in they come anyway. Semantic a little low. Yoshi needs time to heal, but he also needs to hit some of these shots. He's got no choice but to go for it. And SK Gaming just pull up short. Got one, but not quite enough for SK Gaming. Couldn't pull off the miraculous comeback twice in a row. And Humble stayed calm, stayed composed, and got another win on the board. Now just one stands between them and 2 sets. But if SK get it, we're back to 1-1. The Bali is doing so much here for Humble, Trav. That is difficult to deal with. Luki, young rookie of the year 2023. And Boss says, I'll just take Blue Star, I guess. Tap down pretty low, though. No gadget use there, though, from the RT. Kept low, not healing up just yet. Boss looking for the pinch, wants this level 2. Obviously there's a few gadgets along the game to get that extra boost of speed to get him in, get him out of places. Last call already coming in, and what a time to get it as well. All of them pinned back into spawn. And it seems SK are trying something different this time, moving Yoshi over to this left hand side and up to 3 versus 2, and eventually rotating over. And that's not going to still, even 2v1, be the best matchup for SK. Yeah, the Bali pressure is just too much for them, I think. Luki finally takes a hit. This lets Yoshi move up a little further, but he remains outranged by the enemy Bali, and Semantic lends some magic puff healing over to the bartender. Lenar just doesn't have a shot on Boss right now. He's transitioning over towards the left. Lenar able to pick him off. There it is. SK in the lead by 1. Semantic comes forward now. What a whiff of the magic hand. Semantic's got to run. He's low. I mean, Yoshi was blissfully unaware to the super as well, and Semantic still manages to miss it. Boss gonna need a level 2 if they want to get back into this game and take this set. Only 1 star up, and it is the blue star along with it as well, but Yoshi gaining some decent ground on the right hand side. Luki trying to move up, gets behind the unbreakable wall and positions himself for a late game push. Lenar here super up. He's not going to use it till the end of the round. Semantic's low. He gets away. It's a stay of executioner down the right hand side. Last call to force Yoshi back. 16 seconds. 15 now as Lenar tries to hold position, but it's going to be Boss coming forward. Hypercharge pop for Joker if he needs to escape. Lenar, 5 HP, Lenar! Joker able to get out there with the pop, and Semantic takes a hit, but he's got to come forward. 3 stars is the difference, and they get the gene! That'll get the job done. SK Gaming even up the series. Seemed like a chance for Humble, but cut short once more by SK. 1-1 as they manage to take Canal Grande. This is something SK do so well, Trav. They literally spend 95% of the round losing sometimes before coming back and taking it. They're dealing with the range supremacy that Luki has had and has been exercising on them. And Semantic, what is he doing? So far forward there. It's a free game if he backs off. I don't know if he thought maybe the pinch was going to be on Luki, but didn't really seem anywhere near at risk on the right-hand side, for me at least. Stepping out of line, I mean, it comes with the territory. They're on stage, the nerves are high. Well, what a pull that was, just the wrong player to pull as Joker has that pop to get out, and Lenane would have flipped the game if he managed to get him. Very unfortunate for Humble, but great play by SK. Direct hit for Gene is about 2200 damage. Would have been able to knock Joker out there. The lamp blowout used to try and stun Joker and delay the poppin', but he still gets that super off and he gets out to safety. Joker with 284 DPS. The collapse, I think, on the Boss was the difference maker there. Joker able to take some shots. Lenar as well. They're working on opposite angles against the surge. They get a little 2v1 on the left-hand side of the map, and they turn that into a star lead. And at that point, Humble have to take risks to try and equalise.
I mean, Humble so far have seemed like the team who
weren't really letting nerves affect them, but it seemed like they started to creep through during that set. And on center stage in Brawl Ball, they've got to change things, change their ways if they're going to want to be able to move up against SK once more. We head into Brawl Ball. It gets a bit more aggressive, and I feel like this favors both teams quite heavily.
Well, Humble, take a step back. Will Trav ever forgive Semantic for that overstep?
No.
Stick around to find out, I guess. All right, heading into Brawl Ball here, we have a Gale banned by SK Gaming. They go the way straight away now. That seems pretty telegraphed here. For a max.
That's bold. First pick, very bold. But, I mean, it works. It can work occasionally. I don't love it as a first pick, but it's their play style. If they can add some tanks to it, they've banned out the Gale, they've banned out an Otis, which is a wild ban, I will say, in itself. So, they might be gearing up to try and play some
They're
tanks.
going to play a tank, right? Otis, as we've recently seen, is just devastating on these kind of maps. I think Humble have read into this. Picking up the Frank. Now, Daryl is a decent answer to this. Daryl can interrupt Frank's super with that super of his own. That little knock-up is enough to... While they're trying to deal with any potential tank counters. That's why Clancy has also been wiped off. Kenji is still open.
I mean, a Frank first pick is wild. They're going to go with Amber.
Oh, they're ready for a tank.
Yeah, breaking up some of those grass, some of that grass as well, I should say. But, you know, as you said, the Daryl's still on the table to be able to counteract that Frank. The Primo as well through center stage works so well. And SK play it incredibly too. The Primo plays that they managed to pull off throughout this year have been, you know, next to none. But obviously, still 2 picks for them. I don't mind the Amber, obviously coming in, breaking up the bushes. That's the whole point of center stage. You have that incredibly bushy area around the mid. And with the Frank, one hypercharge, and all of the walls and bushes go. And Amber, obviously, a little bit easier to get that done earlier on in the game. SK go the Colette, completely pivot off what seems, or what it seemed they were going to be going.
They are serial Colette pickers when it comes to Brawl Ball here. And a Kenji to finish the lineup. Kenji is answered by tanks. Lenar, of course, we saw Colette from SK Gaming on a previous Brawl Ball round yesterday. It was fine. They had Colette and Gale as well. It's odd now, maybe they might have wished they'd left that in the rotation. I think this has been a pivot from SK Gaming away from a tank composition. Seeing Amber and Frank picked up back-to-back, they're looking for a different approach.
I mean, just wild drafts, really. And a Sandy comes in as well.
Okay.
Listen, I love a Sandy. I absolutely love it, but it kind of seems like it's going to be a bit susceptible to that Kenji, the assassin. Hasn't got much DPS, but Sweet Dreams can do some wonders in front of goal. So I don't hate the pick. Obviously, the amount of vision you're going to be able to get with the super, with the root sands, it can work. But I'm looking at SK's comp and I'm loving what I'm seeing.
Absolutely. Humble do have a lot of map control, both through bush destruction and, of course, that Sandy super. 2 stuns as well between the Frank and the Sandy. A lot to work with, but SK Gaming, off the back of a victorious set, now step out with his Colette Kenji max composition.
I mean, so far so good. As Semantic just beelining towards the goal. Might be able to get a gadget off here, and Yoshi actually patches it straight over to that right-hand side once more. Luki gonna go down as Joker comes in, but Yoshi's so low. So many heals when you got your gadget of Frank, though. And Boss looking for some shots of his own. Got a super ready, but Yoshi will send him all the way back to spawn.
Almost daring, I think, the Sandy to use yet another Sweet Dreams gadget, but I think they know they have to hold on to those for the Kenji. I think we might have seen 2 Amber gadgets used here, I'm not sure. And Semantic able to take Lenar down. Frank definitely an issue for the Kenji. Yoshi, though, perfectly designed to deal with these big bodies, and Semantic will fall.
Yeah, Boss throws that super there. I'm sure they'd have liked the Frank to be along with them for the ride. But Joker falls low on the right. Lenane starts to make a push through this mid. Boss gonna use the Sweet Dreams, but his root sand instantly cancels it out, and Lenane was back in action. Luki will fall too, and Lenane going wild.
Semantic here, gadget used, but nobody brought in. He's low, going for the super. Yoshi tried to interrupt it with that super. No connection, and Semantic gets what he came for there. In goes Lenar, caught out though. The Sandy damage is real. Semantic will lead the way with a stun. Taken out, but Boss is here, healthy enough to walk it in.
Just about as Joker started to flank round the back and get some damage. Hypercharge used, and now Yoshi's has been charged. Lenane's got his super. Moving forwards, he's slicing through Luki here, but Semantic's there and waiting. Hypercharge as well. Can Semantic keep him off the ball? It's blast to the left, and SK equalise.
And now we start to see the game plan. Kenji dodging a lot of these Frank hits. And the hypercharge there from Joker. Boss hit by one slash of that, but it's going to be Lenar stunned up here. Yoshi able to take Boss down, but how are you going to stop this now? Push it. He got the goal anyway. Semantic, proud as a peacock right in front. It's a super shot for the game win.
Almost stopped by Yoshi, who had a phenomenal game all the way through, defeating so many of those humble brawlers, but still couldn't quite fend off this aggression that the Frank was bringing to the table. And he was dealing with the Kenji so well, predicting where he was going to land with the supers, with the gadgets, taking him off the map.
He's an unreal role player, isn't he? Picking up a lot of these positions to try and stop tanks, for example, but this has gone terribly for SK. Humble, okay. Well, they'll take the first goal pretty comfortably.
And a hypercharge already available from Semantic. A lot of these walls taken out of the mix though, and Semantic now moving forwards, getting behind this wall. Wants to use it, moves that tiniest bit further forward, and the name will fall down. Yoshi now going to be super down by the Frank. Got a gotcha gadget shot in there as well. Boss, Sweet Dream's still available. Chooses not to go for it. Waiting it out. Frank's got the super. Use it. Joker grabs the ball, but double stun, and the lineup perfect. Another one, but the ball can't be passed. Yoshi dodges, but Semantic secures. 2 sets to 1.
Soak it up, Semantic. This is your moment. There's a Frank super at the end of that round. Joker phase shifts into it and gets stunned. He was probably hoping for it to be a little longer to try and overshoot the Frank to avoid it. But he miscalculates and gets caught. It all comes crumbling down after that for SK.
Yeah, a little bit disappointing for him. I think he was just trying to get the ball out and delay what Humble were trying to do. Maybe he had a teammate respawn, and that was so close as well. I mean, inevitably a goal regardless, as he could have just picked up the ball again on the same spot and scored it, but
Look at this.
played this so well. I mean, he goes for it, tries to get the ball to Lenane. I don't know if he thinks that Semantic's trying to super him, and maybe Lenane won't be affected by it. But in the end, they managed to force it through, and all 3 members of Humble were there to deal with the scraps. 10 kills and 481 to Semantic. But Yoshi over the other side trying to do as much as he can. Got so much DPS, but no matter how much DPS he got, Semantic had more.
Sorry, Semantic. 481 DPS against one of the most mobile compositions available in Brawl Stars right now. Lenar dashes as part of his basic attack. Joker has speed and, of course, a gadget to dodge. And yet Semantic, he gets it all, laughing all the way to the bank. Gotta feel like Colette was still the good pick here. Did a great job of putting pressure on Semantic, but again, when you see a Frank that's able to do so much, you've got to ask yourself, did we do enough to counter it?
The issue for me is, I'm kind of thinking that Kenji was the issue, and I never thought I'd be saying that in the current meta, that Kenji was the problem in a composition. But I don't feel like he did anything.
Not enough either way. Time and time again, we watch Lenar get blown to smithereens. But now we put it behind us once more. Ring of Fire will be our 4th set, and for Humble, it might be all that stands between them and a grand finals berth. SK Gaming have some catching up to do, Trav.
Well, in comes the draft, and as you said, Ring of Fire is the map we're going on to. The Bell, Stu, and Clancy bands from SK Gaming. Humble, on the flip side, taking the Stu out the way, along with the Gus and Mo. So Kenji still surviving through this. You kind of got to expect maybe an early surge pick, something like that. And we've seen a lot of teams kind of going anti-Kenji rather than picking it up.
Some teams are also still trying to get loot on these hot zone maps. All right, we are trying it again. SK determined to make this Kenji pick work. Suffice to say, Lenar wasn't quite set up for success in that previous map. Humble here have seen this one before. They know SK are consummate Kenji preferers. So what is the answer going to be? Note that Clancy and Mo unavailable. Also, Gus has been removed, so that's one of the tools that's often used to empower Kenji. That has been put by the wayside.
Well, I think we've kind of got to expect surge. It's going to be the Amber coming through once more. It worked for them in the previous set. I'm sure they're going to be trying the exact same thing again. Obviously, with the Mythic gear, you have that slowing effect, well, slight slowing effect when your opposition stand in the oil. So if you're able to throw so much of that towards the zone and just kind of let it linger there, then it does do a lot of work without really showing too much.
Yeah, Amber really quite dangerous. I mean, both of her Mythic gears are really, really good, but just being able to get more utility out of that oil spill as opposed to being some mild threat is pretty powerful. Also, Dancing Flames, very good against Kenji if he tries to move up on you. It's not bugged anymore, but it still does a healthy amount of damage. About 1,800 per flame. Mega will be the second pickup here for Humble.
I mean, it's got a lot of DPS and a lot of health to play through this mid. I'd imagine they're kind of going to be using the star power, you know, going to be exploding, pushing Kenji back when coming aggressive and getting her out of that mech form. But SK Gaming still have another 2 picks. I wouldn't have really predicted either of these 2 brawlers from Humble, to be honest with you, to be played into Kenji. But they seem pretty decent to me.
अच्छा मुझे चैट नहीं दिख रही है इसलिए मैं दूसरे फोन से देख रहा हूँ. वेलकम टू स्ट्रीम ब्रदर, वेलकम टू स्ट्रीम. मैं थोड़ा सा गेम साउंड कम कर देता हूँ, ठीक है?
Just incredible, you know, damage, and she basically operates within
I think something is wrong for my tablet. भाई कुछ गलत हो रखा है, इसलिए ना मैं म्यूट करके चला रहा हूँ तो चल नहीं रहा है. और ना चैट दिख रही है इस पर, चैट रीड भी नहीं हो रही है.
Yeah, they've gone for the surge, just taking out of their opposition's hands, and still, it's a capable brawler into both Meg and Amber alike, so very good pick from SK, I feel. Again, you can be fed levels off that Meg. She is extremely immobile, but it's a threat of her torrential damage that tends to keep people away from her. Now Luki here saying, what is it going to be for me? What do we compare with this combination? Do we think we want some healing? Oh. Yes! Berry comes out! One of the newest brawlers in the game. Berry is able to throw down these ice cream balls that heal over time. Pretty short range as far as throwers are concerned. Also has a super that lets him get a burst of mobility while dropping more of those ice cream fields. So it will be healing here to pair with Boss. I like it. I mean, if you can chain enough supers off your teammates standing in that ice cream and getting the heals back, it's going to charge more and more and more every time they stand in it. So Berry, a very viable healer to have here along with the Meg and the Amber. Should be pretty mid-centric gameplay from the side of Humble, whereas SK might kind of fan out a bit more and come down the sides. Here we go. Berry gets increased reload speed when he's standing in his own ice cream field with that star power he's picked up here. Now Leonard just doesn't have the damage to cut through this setup here for Humble.
The lead बना ली इन लोगों ने.
Hasn't built the super yet. Isn't getting the free damage he was hoping for.
Look at that. Kenji already getting 2 supers. Like, they're just going to stand in these puddles and get them back. It's absolutely unreal from this one roster. You're going to see Lenny going again by that swing. And Semantic just pressing him down the left-hand side. And it's 50-0 already.
And Luki is cycling these supers like you mentioned, Trav. He can dish out so much healing.
हाँ 50% हेल्थ मतलब 50% कवर तो कर लिया है, जीतने वाले हैं.
And he gets more healing for Semantic.
अगर ये मैच जीत गए तो मतलब क्वार्टर फाइनल में इन लोगों की जगह बन गई. फाइनल में जगह मान लो.
Not enough this time. Yoshi going to be looking for the shots back. Semantic still survives and might be able to 1v1 Joker out of the mech.
99,
and they'll get
100.
just that. Humble.
जीत गए भाई. Let's go.
They look composed.
Opposite team जल्दी जीत गई है. 3-2 से हरा दिया.
This Berry looks fantastic in this shell. Combined with the Amber, who also wants to play around her own field effects, and the Meg, who just wants to stand there and get all the resources. SK Gaming, it's now or never. You need to figure this out.
Well, a little bit of lane swap then for Lene needs to go right instead of left this time, but so much damage can come in from Semantic and their heals are there once more. Surely Lene falls but gets a lot of damage along the way too. And already, SK have got more percentage than the last, but still not looking the most healthy. Yoshi's going to fall down. A Joker backed off.
Humble swimming in an ice cream dream. Nothing SK can do is able to shift them right now. Luki spins back, super thrown out. Lenar sees an opportunity. He gets the berry. That's the healing gone, but those pulls are persisting. Yoshi moves up here. Again, Lenar has to do so much heavy lifting here. Eventually he's going to fall, but Joker did get a bit of extra percentage, and Luki needs to respect the Lola damage.
Super used, and that should provide Semantic with enough HP to stay in this mid and get some more percentage. Lane once more flanking around the right-hand side, but found Joker, Yoshi both solo and still yet to get a level 2. Super comes in from Luki, does fall down along the way. Lane goes in aggressive, but dealt with once more. And SK have a problem they can't solve.
No, I don't think this composition is it, Trav. I don't think they've been able to figure this out, and they're running out of time. 77% and counting. Joker loses the ego. Lenar suffers ego death as Humble push them back yet again. Joker at 400 eventually has to fall. Here's the sashimi for Lenar, but that is just not going to cut it. Yoshi steps up, but those those who humble themselves will be exalted. Semantic and the boys are headed to their first grand final.
फाइनल्स में चलेगा यार.
SK fans distraught, but Humble carry on the consistent streak that they've had all year long, make it all the way to the grand finals.
And that man on your screen has suffered more disappointments than I would care to count. We've seen it every time, the crushing defeat. But this year, something is different. This year, there's a little bit of magic about this Humble squad. And they've earned the right to stand at the top, to fight for the title.
It didn't seem like SK today. It really didn't. The team we've been seeing over the last 2 days did not show up on day 3. And Humble, they recognise that. They beat them down time and time again. And especially over the last couple of sets, it's been all Humble. 1, 1, and 3. A lot of DPS from Linane, but too much heals from Luki.
What more is Joker supposed to do? 756 DPS. One of the most egregious scorelines I've ever seen. The Luki with the silver bullet, the ace in the sleeve. And ace beats Joker, by the way. Nothing they can do against this berry healing.
That actually might be the most DPS I've ever seen in competitive Brawl Stars. That is crazy from Joker. But the berry heals just prove too much for SK to deal with. And Humble, staying as consistent as ever and making it to the grand finals once more. They've done it time and time and time again through 2024, but fallen at the last hurdle more times than not.
Honestly, it's a rarity to see a team that has such a great performance over the season and maintain it. But Humble have done it. They have hit that high gear and they have not taken their foot off the gas. Let's talk MVP, and it will be your boy, Semantic.
I mean, after that Frank performance, I don't think anybody can really disagree with what this is. It was disgraceful from both him and his teammates as well. Such an incredible roster. The mechanics these guys have brought to the table over the last few days have really earned them their finals performance. And let's not forget, the drafts have been wild, but they've worked.
Yeah, always these last pocket picks coming out from Humble have made the difference. Let's look at the bracket here and talk about what is to come. We say goodbye, a fond farewell once more to SK Gaming. Still a household name in Brawl Esports, still royalty as far as we're concerned. But their chair has been removed from the table. Humble will await the winner of Crater Raccoon and Reply Totem. Will it be an EMEA Grand Final, or will APAC's #1 team again step up to the challenge? And Tensai will be looking for his 3rd World Championship, a feat never been seen in Brawl Stars before. We're going to go to a break, folks. When we come back, it keeps heating up. Our second semi-final, Reply Totem going up against Crazy Raccoon. Coming up.
2024 Brawl Stars World Finals are brought to you by ESL, Monster Energy, and DHL.
लेट्स गो फॉर द अनदर मैचेस. जब तक उधर वो इवेंट चालू हो रहा है, जब तक हम ये मैचेस कंप्लीट कर लेते हैं हमारे. लेट्स गो. Welcome to another live stream. If you are the new in the stream, please don't forget the subscribe button. If you are the new, and hit the subscribe button and hit the like button. क्या लगता है एसके गेमिंग्स जीत जाएगी हम जबकि सामने वाली ऑपोजिट टीम को चुना था अभी हमने जो टीम उनको चुना है क्या वो जीत पाएगी कॉर्फिस लेना पड़ेगा इस गेम के लिए अरे यार
Let's go get him.
लेट्स गो कॉर्फिस लेट्स गो
I am a creature of the night.
Let's go for the first victory.
Bling bling. Let's go.
दूसरा ब्रावल लेते हैं है हमारे पास ठीक है ठीक है हमें पानी के साथ में चल जाएगा बी लियोन के साथ आई थिंक ठीक है चल जाएगा हमें सबसे पहले कॉर्फिस वाला कंप्लीट करना है ना वी हैव टू कंप्लीट फॉर द कॉर्फिस आई थिंक इज 4 मिनट to 5 minute breaks on this event let's go for the corfish baby let's go welcome to stream brother let's go क्या हाल चाल है भाई लोग क्या हाल चाल है जो भी नया बंदा आ रहा प्लीज डोंट फॉरगेट द सब्सक्राइब बटन एंड हिट द बेल आइकन
Pinch them into submission. This isn't just a battle. It's the PlayStation Crusade.
let's go मरेंगे तो अपनी इधर ही मरेंगे नहीं तो दस के 10 गेम चलेगा हमारे वेलकम टू स्ट्रीम ब्रदर वेलकम टू स्ट्रीम क्या हाल चाल है मेरा शॉट मारना था यार। ठीक है, फिर भी 10 किल हो गए। ऑलमोस्ट 1.5 एक मैच के बराबर हमने किल करे हैं। लेट्स गो। और सुनाओ क्या हाल चाल है? मैंने तो कुछ बोला था, तूने थंबनेल बनाया क्या उसका? तूने थंबनेल बनाया क्या मेरा भाई? बिग फैन फॉर ब्रावल स्टार्स पोके स्टार। तूने पोके स्टार क्यों लिखा हुआ है? मुझे ये समझ नहीं आता। तू ब्रावल स्टार खेलता नहीं है। चल तेरा कुछ होगा पर्पस। कैंजी निंजा।
To it. Get in this thing.
हाँ भाई बोल भाई, मैं स्टार
Is the name?
तू तो स्टार है जान है पहले। तू तो स्टार है, तू सुपर स्टार है। Talking about the superstars.
Is the name? Going full lobster is the game.
Let's go. अरे यार ये सारे तो खिला दो। तो ज्यादा वो तो नहीं है यार। लेट्स गो। फेमस कोलैबोरेटर सेलिब्रिटी। अरे तू तो पगले सभी की जान सेलिब्रिटी से ज्यादा है। तू सेलिब्रिटी छोटा शब्द है तेरे लिए। Just small word in the celebrity for you. You are too good. Everything is possible in your some things. मुझे मैप्स देखने हैं। मुझे पहली बात तो ये ठीक है मतलब 3 मैच तो हम आराम से जीत सकते हैं इस मैच में। मैप में 10 बज गए हैं। आई थिंक सो स्टार्ट हो गया होगा। 1 सेकंड में चेक कर लेता हूँ। इवेंट चालू हो गया। इस मैच के बाद हम इवेंट देखेंगे। भाई मैं इवेंट देखने के लिए तो बैठा हूँ यार, वरना इतना लेट में कभी खेलते ही नहीं। लेट्स गो। 6%। What the hell?
Pinch them into submission. Clancy Claw is coming to town.
वन शॉट एंड एनीवन, कोई भी किल हो सकता है। 78%. One more.
Into the fray.
Baby, we are the winners. Let's go. अभी तो हम ट्रांसलेटर चालू है तो मुझे वैसा थंबनेल चाहिए ना। नहीं मतलब ऐसा कुछ नहीं, मुझे वैसा थंबनेल इसलिए चाहिए जो मैं हमेशा मतलब परमानेंट लगा सकूं, इसलिए मुझे वो थंबनेल चाहिए ना कि मुझे ऐसा टूर्नामेंट चालू है इस वजह से चाहिए। एनी टाइम मतलब मैं कभी भी लगा सकूं ऐसा मुझे चाहिए। जैसे तूने ये वाला बना के दिया आज वाला, इट इज टू गुड। कौन जीत गया रे ये वाला मैच? लेट्स गो, वी हैव द फर्स्ट राउंड विनर। आई थिंक जो टीम मैंने चूज करी थी वो टीम जीत चुकी है, फर्स्ट राउंड तो जीत गए लोग। लेट्स गो, ही इज द विनर्स। ओके, फर्स्ट मैच जीते हैं ये लोग, फर्स्ट मैच जीत चुके हैं। Welcome to another live streams. If you are the new in the stream, please don't forget the subscribe button. How many monthly final did special winner 2014? 2 मैचेस होते हैं यार ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा। 39%, ठीक है। 3 मैचेस, not at all। 38%, it is good, almost 50-50। तेरा फोटो दे देना, बना दूंगा भाई। इंस्टाग्राम पे मेरे बहुत सारे फोटोज हैं, पोस्ट कर रखे हैं मैंने, कोई सा भी तू उठा सकता है उसमें से, एनीवन। बस कुर्ते वाले छोड़ देना, बाकी जो जैसे नॉर्मल फोटोज है वो तू ले सकता है। Welcome to stream brother. If you are the new in the stream, please don't forget the subscribe button. पता था वही बोलेगा। तुझे पता है जब मैं उसी का बोलता हूँ तो फिर तू क्यों पूछता है मुझसे फोटो का? The second round is the diamond gem, diamond collecting gem। जीएफ के साथ वाला ले लूँगा, तूने जो स्टोरी में डाला है। मैंने कौन सी स्टोरी डाली यार? आज की स्टोरी है क्या? I'm not posting to any story for the today.